To you, happy Friday to you. It's good to see everyone. But here's the thing, guys, a disclaimer. All right, I've seen the people that actually attacking me think that I'm a journalist. I am not a journalist. Neither do I want to be one. It's not my profession and I don't aspire to be one. I'm simply a girl who's taking what's happening in our society and then give my own personal commentary. I hope that makes sense to everyone. So I want to say to you, happy Friday and welcome to Rumbie Uncensored, our afternoon show. It's a beautiful day. I hope you guys are doing great where you are right now because I'm super excited. All right, it's just a quick one. I want to say if it's your first time to pass through this channel, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification button because every time I'm on, you'll be part of the show. But if you're a regular, trust me, I've got some of my buddies here that I respect so much. And I want to tell you that you guys, you are such amazing beings and you've been really be of a blessing to me and it means a lot. So I say to you, while we are moving along and getting some of our latest news, please make sure that you subscribe and also like the live as we move along. So Sadc really humbles Zanu PF. These are the topics that we are looking at. And also BEITBRIDGE order pause shutdown in motion. I hope you guys have heard that, but I'm going to give you more details as we move along. It's a beautiful Friday to everyone. I hope you guys are well. All right, so we're gonna start here. Let's check the trends, please, on Twitter. What's going down right now on Twitter, y'all? I need to check what's going on Twitter. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. All right, what's going down on Twitter? I can tell you not much for Zimbabwe really, but Sadc is trending as well. And we have Zoleka Mandela. Very sad story that some of she wrote a list of people that she did not want to see at her funeral. Hey, Lord, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but she did. Right. Zimbabwe, what's going down there? What's going down in Zim right now? Really? Okay, nothing much really, nothing much. So let's just get into our stuff and then we can have a great time. Right, so let's start here by Max Lyon. Max Lyon's tweet, he said, leaders must come with essential skills, but not having a heart for people makes everything pointless. If people are suffering in need and struggling, but you say nothing, then your leadership is questionable. What will it take for you to hear the crying voices and the politics about the people? It is not for personal gain or advancement of personal objectives. Politics often fails when leaders disconnect from the will of the people to self-interest. Sometimes leaders need to get back to basics or examine if they are still true to the cause or operating as an obstacle to the cause. It is always about the people. The idea of the people should shape and influence how decisions are made. Further, words should correspond with action. And agree. Leaders should know that it's really about the people. The power back to the people, power back to you and me, every Zimbabwean, power back to us. ED and his body should know that it is really about us. If things are not okay here, then there's nothing going down up there. You know what I mean? Without the people, there's definitely nothing. So here we are. The Sadc presses ahead on Zim. Definitely. Despite loud and noise resistance from Harare today, the Southern Africa Development Community Sadc discussed Zimbabwe's written fraudulent elections, which were openly rigged in broad daylight. A Sadc extraordinary organ, TROIKA, meeting was held yesterday virtually on Zoom to tackle the problem. The emergency meeting of the Sadc organ on politics, defense, and security cooperation was presided over by TROIKA chair, Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema. It was also attended by representative of the other two members of the TROIKA, Tanzania and also Namibia. Tanzania was represented by Vice President Philip Mpango and Namibia was Deputy President Nangolo Mumba. Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Defense Minister Jean-Pierre Bemba also attended. Sadc Executive Secretary Elias Magosi and Secretariat staff including Alvaro Santos and Barbara Lopi, who is Head of Communication and Public Relations, also participated in Hichilema, had a number of his advisors in the meeting. So, you know, one thing that I'll tell you is that Zanu PF is, like I've always said, some people are saying, oh no, there's nothing that's going to come out of Sadc. No. Those are just statements They're just statements. Sadc is taking this issue very seriously. Before we talk of Sadc as a board, we must remember these are human beings. So the challenge of human beings is before they get to be employed, it's who they are from the inside that permeates in either at your workplace, at church, in any sphere of influence. One thing that our people don't realize is that we are in a different era and things have changed. Sadc is not the Sadc that you used to know. Now we have God-fearing men, Hakainde Hichilema, we have Mumba as well. So your expectations really must be very high. I have high expectations because I know what Hichilema stands for. I also know what Mumba stands for. If I was in a position of Hichilema, I would do exactly what's supposed to be done. Exalt the will of the people. I will never stand for someone because of their personal gain, because I know I'm answerable to God. That's one thing that people need to remember, is Hichilema is answerable to God, not to Zanu PF. So whatever action is going to take in regards to Zimbabwe's crisis, he knows that he has to give answers to God. Your belief and your relationship with God don't change just because you're part of Sadc. No, you're still going to be answerable. And the ultimate or the end of it all, you have to give an account of how you have lived your life. But I wanted you to take a listen to what Hichilema said. This is to tell you the kind of person Hichilema is. So that when you hear all manner of stories that are going around right now, you know that it's all a farce, it's a lie. I want you to know the type of person Hichilema is. Please take a listen to what he said when he was here.
The Chinese Premier, what I hear from Secretary Yellen, and indeed all the leaders that have spoken on the issue of conflict. We cannot achieve what we want to achieve if we allow our global community to focus time, resources, everything, technology, on conflict. I think there's a duty for us all to keep our individual countries peaceful, out of conflict, and not export instability to other countries neighboring or far away. As we now know, instability anywhere is instability everywhere. I think it's very important that we wake up.
I'm going to repeat it again.
The Chinese Premier, what I hear from Secretary Yellen, and indeed all the leaders that have spoken on the issue of conflict. We cannot achieve what we want to achieve if we allow our global community to focus time, resources, everything, technology, on conflict. I think there's a duty for us all to keep our individual countries peaceful, out of conflict, and not export instability to other countries neighboring or far away. As we now know, instability anywhere is instability everywhere. I think it's very important that we wake up.
All right, you just heard Hichilema speaking. Based on what you heard, do you think it's someone that can be manipulated by Zanu PF? Because I heard that in 2008, Zanu PF allegedly spent almost 1 billion buying a Sadc leaders so they would endorse that flawed election. And you know that Robert Mugabe was on his way out. He had pegged his own stuff. And Chiwenga and Edie allegedly asked him to say, nope, you're not going anywhere. Because they're wiggling on their way to the top. You can't go anywhere because we're on a mission. Right. Does that sound like someone that will buy into the lies and manipulation and the threats of Zanu PF? When you listen to Hakainde Hichilema, you need to remember that before a person becomes a leader, they are someone else that they are everywhere they go from the inside. We as human beings, we are created a certain way. I'm a person that even if Zanu PF give me $1 billion, I won't take it. Because my principles won't allow me. That will be torture to me. I'm answerable to God, not to any human being. So whatever decisions I make, I know that I'm answerable to God. Whether it's wrong or it's right, I take full responsibility every time. Hichilema is a God-fearing man. We will never sell his destiny, seeing Zimbabweans suffering. He knows why we are where we are today. It's known, it's in black and white. You can see your cries. Petitions are being sent. People are crying. People talk different departments speaking about the crisis that is in Zimbabwe, which is self-inflicting. It's not a pandemic. It's self-inflicting. It's because of the greed few, we want to keep people at ransom. And you think Hichilema will buy into that. You won't. He's the leader at the end of the day. And the Troika knows that you make the ultimate decision as far as the Zimbabwean issue is concerned. Even if there may not be an issue of fresh elections, but there would definitely going to be an ultimatum that will give peace to the people of Zimbabwe. Not to Zanu PF, I say to the people of Zimbabwe, which includes you and me. Both of us, we're definitely going to be the priority in this upcoming verdict. So relax and chill. Don't listen to what Zanu PF is saying. They're just speaking because they're desperate. So relax and chill. What we know is you're on our way to the finishing line, and trust the process. Don't rush. I'm a firm believer that if you need something permanent, it's going to take a bit of time. You don't rush. Follow the process. Be patient. I understand the anxiety. I feel exactly the same. But at the end of it all, I need to respect the fact that life in general, if I truly want to see success in the end, it is a process. It may take long. Trust me, I'm 40 years old. Yeah, I've never married in my life. It's a process. I understand. Some people may say, oh, you need to get married. No, I'm not in a rush. I'm in the will of God. And because I'm in the will of God, I follow his signals. And I know when God speaks. And I know when he says, go ahead. And I know when he says, stop. I may marry at 50, but if I get to marry the right person, that'll be the best decision of my life. But if I can rush right now and I have to meet the wrong person, I'll be the most miserable woman in the world. I'm not going to sell my destiny for cheap. I follow the process. We as a Zimbabwean people, that's what we need to do right now. Let's follow the process. Let's be a community that understands the power of following God. It's God or nothing. So let's read the letter and the verdict. This was literally Sadc writing to you and me, Zimbabweans in general, just giving you some of their findings. Like, not all the findings. This is not the final report. This was simply to say we acknowledge, and also pointing out some of the things that were done by Zanu PF. So let's get to read this letter very quickly. Extraordinary meeting of the ministerial committee of the organ TROIKA, which was done on the 26th of September 2023. This was the letter to intro for the 27th. Virtual record. Adoption of the agenda. The extraordinary meeting of the TROIKA of the ministerial committee of the organ, hereafter referred to as the EOMCO TROIKA, considered and adopted the draft agenda as presented by the Secretariat. Update on elections in the region. So, and also TROIKA recalled that summit at its meeting of August 2023 noted the elections calendar is in table 1 below. Zimbabwe elections that were held on the 23rd. Bear in mind, Zimbabwe is on the first. It's number 1, and we know because the elections already hold, but there are also upcoming elections. So the next one that is coming up on the 29th of September, definitely soon, that is the Kingdom of Eswatini. It's today, actually, the Kingdom of Eswatini. And we have Madagascar also is coming on the 9th of November, around the corner. We have DRC presidential, legislative, and provincial elections on the 20th of December 2023. And we have South Africa as well, which is coming next year to be advised. We all know that. And also Comoros presidential tip to be advised. So again, this is next year, February 2024. So the government of the Republic of Zimbabwe responds to the SEOM preliminary statement. So here's the thing. The preliminary report that you know that caused a bit of a turmoil between Zanu PF and Mr. Mumba and also Hichilema, and also caused a bit of instability in Zambia. You know what happened between Chinamasa, who said such terrible statements about Zambia and Rutendo Matinyari threatening Hichilema. So it said the EOM TROIKA noted that the Sadc Electoral Observation Mission, SEOM, was deployed to the Republic of Zimbabwe to observe the harmonized elections which took place on the 23rd to 24th August 2023 in accordance with the Sadc principles and guidelines governing democratic elections. The chairperson of the organ, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, appointed Dr. Nevas Mumba, the former Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, to lead the SEOM to Zimbabwe. The EOMC or TROIKA also noted that the SOM is mandated to observe elections in the terms of SADC principles and guidelines governing democratic elections, which all SADC member states signed and adopted and have been operated since 2004. Let's start right there. Bear in mind, the SADC protocols were literally headed by Robert Mugabe. In 2004, it was enacted and signed by Robert Mugabe. Remember? Yes. But all of a sudden, now Zanu PF thinks like they don't even know the rules. So the EOM TROIKA further noted that all SADC member states send individuals to serve as observers under the SOM each time another SADC member state conducts elections. For the purpose of the August 2023 harmonized elections, observers were seconded from the Republic of Angola, the Republic of Botswana, the Kingdom of Eswatini, the Republic of Malawi, the Republic of Mozambique, and the Republic of Namibia, the Republic of South Africa, the Republic of Tanzania, and the Republic of Zambia. So South Africa, Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Mozambique were part of the observer mission. Mumba wasn't alone. Bear in mind, every country that is part of SADC send their representative to make sure that whatever the outcome that comes, it is not disputed. Get this right. It was not Zambia that sent its own people. No, all countries in SADC sent their representatives. Some of them were judges. They were not just people from the streets. They were qualified. Some were judges and some of them were attorneys. They were lawyers. Because they need to make sure that whatever that is being done is accordance to the laws of Zimbabwe, the constitution, as well as the constitution of SADC. So the EOMC or TROIKA noted, in terms of section 6.1.3, chairperson of the organ shall receive the SEOM reports and reports of the SADC Electoral Advisory Council on matters pertaining to elections and the enhancement of democracy and good governance in the SADC region. And in the reports of the SADC Electoral Observation Mission, are handled in terms of section 11.8 of the Principles of Guidelines. The SEOM issues a preliminary statement immediately after the close of polls. Get this. The preliminary statement outlines the initial findings of the SEOM. The SOM TROIKA also noted that the Zimbabwe SOM issued its preliminary statement on the 25th August 2023 and stipulated by section 11.8 subsection 1 of the Principles and Guidelines. The SOM should produce its final report within 30 days and submit to the member state that held the relevant election. So the EOMC or TROIKA further noted that since the 30 days have elapsed, the Zimbabwe SOM report has been finalized for submission to the chairperson of the organ for onward transmission to the head of state and the electoral management body of the Republic of Zimbabwe. So, Hichilema and Zek. By the way, guys, while I'm here, after all these anomalies that have been pointed out, all this chaos, the shame of an election, Zek never said anything. As a matter of fact, Zanu PF is the one that is speaking. The competitor is speaking on behalf of the body that should manage the electoral process. What is that supposed to tell you? Now, when they said, no, but we never captured Zek, we did not capture Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, how can that be? How can you not capture the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission when you're speaking on their behalf? You are now becoming the spokesperson. So I saw our Mr. What's his name, man? Chris Muchangwa is actually one of the spokesperson. I also saw Farai as well, who commented on SABC, become one of the spokesperson. And, what else are we going to do, really? Because we're seeing people who are commenting on behalf of Zek. But let me just say this. There are people who have been very, very extremely disrespectful here. And they're very much talking about my dressing. Maybe, okay, next time I'm going to come here naked so that you guys... By the way, I'm a very professional, dignified woman. Bear in mind, I'm a professional, dignified, I'm a businesswoman. So I don't just dress anyhow. I dress the profession. because I meet very well-respected people. So you must remember that. And I meet billionaires, so chill. I know exactly how I should dress. So please be respectful, as I'm going to be respectful back at you. If you want to dress naked, and bless you as you're doing so, I'm not one of them. I'm a businesswoman. So please know that and be respectful. You understand? Be respectful, and I'm going to be respectful back. Please, I know some people that are coming here are from Zanu PF are trying to bash me, but here's the thing. I'm bigger than the political party. I'm bigger than that. As a matter of fact, Zanu PF can't buy me. I'm too expensive for them. They can't afford me. Unfortunately, they can't afford me. Cheers. No political party. I can't sell my soul to the devil. As a matter of fact, I've sold my soul to God, and no one, dead or alive, can afford to buy my soul. So I'm sorry, y'all. If you want to be mean, I'll bless you while I'm smiling at the same time. I've seen someone who came in and said, I'm not a journalist. And I think I put a disclaimer in the beginning that, I'm not a journalist. I'm simply a simple young girl who just want to open your minds to understand how this whole country functions. So please, bless you. Bless well moving forward. Okay, moving right along, let's go to point 2.2.7. The EOM TROIKA noted that in terms of section 11.8.2, when the SEOMs officially submit their election reports, member states which held elections may consider the recommendations advanced by the SEOM for improving the conduct of elections and submit to the chair of the organ a response to the SEOM's report. The TROIKA also noted with concern the personal attacks. Let's get the personal attacks. And this is the problem, because the personal attacks, and while I'm talking about the personal attacks, there are people attacking me personally. Like, I've heard some people say that I smile a lot. Let me just tell you something. Let me tell you something. The Holy Spirit is in me. The spirit of joy is who I am. I don't know how to be angry. I only know how to smile. I can still tell you the truth while I smile. I don't know how to get angry. I don't get angry. I can be upset, but trust me, I know how to immediately default to my settings. My settings, I'm joy embodiment. If you want to know who I am, come stay with me, then you will know. You can't, if you're a person that gets angry, you can't survive here. We don't get angry in our house. We don't allow the enemy to take space. You know, we have got God that was here. As a matter of fact, the altar of God stays in my house. So that's why we are always happy. So we don't get angry. Even if we are face to face with challenges, we laugh where we do the devil. Because we know the devil is after us, so and we won't give him no chance. So I'm going to laugh and while I'm answering you right now. So chill and relax, okay? Bless you. So the TROIKA also noted with concern the personal attacks and threats to the media that have been discredited. And the SOM head of mission, Dr. Nevas Mumba, and the chairperson of the organ, His Excellency, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, since the Zimbabwe SOM released its preliminary statement on the 25th of August 2023. The attacks were made by individuals in both the ruling Zanu PF political party and some in high-level positions in the government of Zimbabwe. The narrative in these attacks have been that the SOM preliminary statement on the Zimbabwean elections was personally authorized by Dr. Nevas Mumba. Again, Zanu PF tried to find a way to escape. They always look for an escape route, but here you can't escape here. You're locked in. No, you can't go nowhere. Don't attack people you're trying to attack, Nevas Mumba and everyone around. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So the TROIKA further noted that such attacks undermine the Sadc principles and guideline governing the democratic elections and might have a negative bearing on the SEOM that are to be deployed in the future elections, especially with another election coming on the 29th of September in the Kingdom of Eswatini. So you see the behavior of Zanu PF is causing a bit of a turmoil in Sadc spaces, because if they are questioning the legitimacy of observers, what they're trying to say is every observer that is sent in any country will also going to question their credibility. Reiterate that SOM number 2.2 are in line with the Sadc principles and guidelines governing democratic election, that the reports are produced by a collective of the member of states observers led by the organ TROIKA, supported by the Secretariat. So the TROIKA noted that there is a risk that if unchecked, further attacks on the leadership of the organ and on the TROIKA have the potential to damage the credibility of SADC as an institution. Get how serious this is. You know, because we are from a space of chaos. So sometimes we don't really take words serious. Everyone just, oh no, we don't want to hear about SADC. Oh no, Zanu PF is going to say. We are just hyped. We are more hyped by the toxicity that comes from Zimbabwe. And what we don't understand, what we don't realize, is other countries don't function like that. Zambia is not going to function according to Zanu PF's narrative. They are going to look into the situation according to the understanding of the rules of SADC. Notwithstanding the muzzling and the force that comes from Zimbabwe, that's not the issue. They are going to look at the stats. Just because our judiciary is compromised, as we are alleging, or our police or our army is compromised, as we are alleging, it doesn't necessarily mean that other countries' army, other countries' judiciary is compromised. No, it's not. So SADC take every word seriously. Every word on this report, they take it very seriously. I would have done exactly the same. Sometimes I don't even know how that country functions. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how it functions. I don't know how Zimbabwe is functioning. Because I'll take every word here seriously. I know some people don't, but I do. And I can tell you, Hichilema and the TROIKA knows exactly what they're doing. They may be compromised, but Hichilema is not compromised. You know what? We're getting to another. We're going to also cover another one around past 6. I think 6:30 to about 8:30. We're going to be covering another one. We're going to have a late night show too. So you will see some of the things that were literally dropped yesterday when Dr. Ibo Mandas was teaching by South Africans that most of SADC leaders are benefiting from the Zimbabwean suffering. You will hear it later on because I'm going to come back again later on. All right, so the TROIKA noted that the risk and that if unchecked further attacks on the leadership of the organ and of the SEOM have the potential to damage the credibility of SADC as an institution. So the TROIKA as well acknowledged and recommend the Secretariat for taking the initiative to issue media statements that clarify the procedures that are followed by the SEOM and in the same statements for protecting the credibility and leadership of the organ and the SEOM on the basis of paragraphs 22.8 and 22.9 above, and in order to manage the situation and avert future attacks on the leadership of the organ, the SEOM, and restore the dignity and resilience of SADC and its long-standing structures. The EOM TROIKA recommended as follows. That point number one, the Secretariat to remain proactive in its efforts at protecting the credibility and leadership of the SADC structures such as the SEOM. Given that some circumstances are not predictable and not that there will always some individuals who will not agree with the SEOM, all reports and statements should be crafted in a manner that ensures the relevant procedures and rules are followed to protect the SADC institutions from unwarranted attacks. Point number 3, continue to field technically experienced staff from the Secretariat who are complemented by capacitated observers to facilitate the work on the SEOM and the Secretariat to ensure that the organ TROIKA member states continues to process, adopt, and on the reports of the SEOM so as to avoid unwarranted suggestions that the reports are the product of an individual and member state. So SADC says they're going to stand, by their word. Not only by their word, and also making sure that in future they will protect the credibility of their institution. So which means these people are not taking it lightly. Trust me. This is why, it's said to actually to see that we don't get the point. You can see how Zanu PF can't sit. They've been slammed because they thought maybe they would abuse Zambia and Zambia won't come back to them. But they did. They rebutted, said, nope, you do not disrespect us. We are doing our job. You are the one who signed, Robert Mugabe signed the rules and regulations that will be able to monitor elections in each and every country that falls under SADC. Now, all of a sudden, you disregard or you disrespect some of our findings. How come? How can that be? You enacted the constitution that we are following, but you're coming back again and said our work is not thorough, but you invited us and you approved our observations. So why now? Why are you complaining? What's the story? What is the story? Why are you complaining? You know, and then Dr. Muzembe commented immediately. He said, the minutes are out and long, short. Zimbabwe will respond to the final report. The final report is yet to be made public. However, from the minutes, Zimbabwe, Zanu PF official, we are now addressing Joy Charamba, Patrick Chinamasa, Rutendo Matinyarare, have taken some ripping for grandstanding, poor statecraft, and preemptive attacks on due process ongoing. That is, and this is my opinion, our country needs to instill discipline in its official dom, especially its ruling party, government, bureaucracy, which has no limits and trades into politics, man at time to the point of usurping executive authority, causing untold damage to the country's reputation and its regional and international relations. It should be cleaning up where politicians mess up, but quite to the contrary, politicians are cleaning up bureaucratic poop. Mr. Martin Lushwaya, new Chief Secretary, and Dr. Hungwe, Chairman of the Civil Service Commission, have lots of work to do to rein in errant civil servants and direct a new culture of servant service. It's a problem. One thing that Zanu PF did not realize is that they are representing Zimbabwe. They're not representing Zanu PF. I'm talking about the leaders, people who have been literally included or hired to form part of the cabinet. They need to remember that they are representing Zimbabwe. I was literally laughing that every time I see the president always, did you guys notice that? And I'm telling you, did you notice that every time he either give out a statement or he's having a presser, he's always doing it around some PF people. And I'm asking myself, you are a president of Zimbabwe, not of the few of Zanu PF. You are a president of Zimbabwe. Yes, I'm not saying we should disregard you guys having your meeting maybe as a political party. But when you're standing, whether you're going to to United Nations, whether you visit any country, you must remember you are a president of Zimbabwe. You are my president. As it stands right now, ED, whether he is there, illegitimacy or legally or illegally, the bottom line is you're speaking on behalf of Zimbabweans, which means on behalf of me and of you, every Zimbabwean. So he needs to understand and respect the fact that we will come in and question him and say, Mr. President, what are you saying? Oh, me, you're out of line. No, but what you said there, you were being disrespectful. It doesn't mean that we hate him. No, we don't. I think we need to separate his assignment as a president and him as an individual. Those two are definitely two responsibilities. So we must always understand, Zimbabwe, that we need to question things when we are supposed to. You and me must take full responsibility or hold this government to account. We must hold them to account respectfully. I'm not saying swearing, but respectfully. Questioning where we need to question. And also, if we have to actually condemn where we need to condemn, we should condemn. You know what I mean? Because they are servants. They're serving us. They're not gods. They are servants. I want you guys to take a listen to what ED said. Very important. I want you to take a listen to what actually ED said. Then you can understand why I'm saying I think the president needs to understand that he is a president of Zimbabwe, not of Zanu PF. Please take a listen.
We are convening yet again this organization of the political to consider programs of both our revolutionary mass parties and PF and governments. It is important that we scale up preparations for the forthcoming 20th National People's Conference and the 2023-2024 summer cropping and agriculture season, among other pertinent issues which we shall discuss. Today we meet on the background of my return from the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, which was a resounding success. Our ongoing engagement and re-engagement drive is equally bearing fruit, with a number of strategic investments and the partnerships having been discussed during the sidelines of the UNGA, United Nations General Assembly meeting. May I reiterate that under Zanu PF, Zimbabwe is open for business. To this end, we continue to welcome investors.
Under Zanu PF, point of correction, Mr. President. Point of correction. That's where you make a mistake. Everything is not always about Zanu PF. You are a president of Zimbabwe. Under Zanu PF. No, that statement is wrong.
Our citizens in the diaspora to take up the various opportunities which Zimbabwe has to offer. A group of our scientists in the diaspora came to see me in New York. They want to establish a technology hub here in Zimbabwe on Hamden. We shall grant them land.
And this actually, you know those guys that are Zanu PF guys that are staying in the New York. Zanu PF have deployed quite a number of people. South Africa, they are there. They're always intimidating people and threatens. Trust me, they also did their research about me. Can I tell you? They also did some research about me because I saw them posting something on Twitter. They thought I would respond. That was very personal. Very personal, which means they were doing their research about me. And when they posted, I just blocked. I said, blog, praise the Lord. I'm a child of God. You do nothing. If you are trying to hurt me, you'll be dead before you get here. I'm on a mission. I'm called for a purpose. You have no grandstanding to hurt me. No, you have no grandstanding because God won't let you. He won't let you. You'll be dead before you even get here. So I know. So there are some of them in the New York that are promising that they want to do this, I don't know, whatever technical hub they need to do in Mount Hamden. These are the people that you see, they always scream because they have nothing else to offer. So for that reason, they're always spending their time trying to promise fake lies. And I can tell you, they are manipulating our elders. These are our elders here because we are looking at Vice President Chiwenga. We're looking at Mr. Mnangagwa, the president. We're looking at Mohadi, the vice president. We are looking at Obet. They're sitting there. I mean, to me, they're just being manipulated by these boys. They are manipulating them. I've always said to you, my dad is almost 70, right? My dad is almost 70. And I remember then years back, my dad would trust me with his life, because he was saying, some of the things they have no clue of what's going on. And I'm looking at Mr. Mnangagwa now in the age of 81, right? He celebrated his 81st birthday. I can tell you there are so many things that he has no clue about. And these guys are keep on promising them lies. They are manipulating the whole system, So when you see them screaming, when Arutendo screaming, it's just that they are enjoying the manipulation that they are literally playing around these, our elders. Let's call them our elders. They know. I mean, Zanu PF people know for sure. But there are those type of people that have nothing to offer. So you know what they do? They capitalize on the weak. It's capitalizing on the elders. Because when they do that, they think they are smart. It's just simply capitalizing on the weak. But here's the thing that we must remember, guys. Consent is very important. We must all know that as a Zimbabwean people, it's our right to consent a government. Very important. That's why there's been all these talks around where people are saying we do not endorse ED as presidency, but at the end of it all, it boils on the fact that because we never gave them the consent, because the power has to be from the people, we should be consenting the government to serve us. When we fail to do that, it is a problem. I can tell you now. Can I tell you my time? I'm running out of time because I've got a meeting, and because I've got a meeting at exactly 3. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm coming back around 6:30, and we can continue because there's quite a number of things. I also need to run. I think the latest that is coming up through the demonstrations. So guys, I can have to see it around 6:30 because it actually sending me the reminder that I've got a meeting at 3 and I'm left with 6 minutes. And I'm asking you. I know, and I want to say I'm sorry that I came here a little bit late, but we can continue exactly after around 6:30. Please bear with me. And I want you to know that I love you so much. And please drop your location. I can send you some shout out in the next 5 minutes and tell you how much I love you. Trust me, whether you're going to come here and be mean or not, I just want you to know that I love you so much. I love your soul. That's the most important part. And I know that one day you will understand how this world functions. And one day you'll be so respectful towards your neighbor and your friends, your families, and everyone around you, your colleagues. It's very important to always spread love. Spread positive energy always. Don't spread some hatred. Please drop your location. I've got Phineas here from Cape Town, Sea Point. I want to come there, please, in Cape Town. I'm going to come there very soon for the holidays. So I hope I'm going to see you, Phineas, there. I hope I'll see you there. Drop your location, please, and who you are so that I can send you some shout out and love, yo. I've got so many people here. Make sure you like the live, and then I will see you definitely around 6:30. Here's the thing. Not only am I coming around 6:30, this is going to blow your mind, guys. We're going to be looking at the Igbo Mandas and also some of the things that were dropped last night by South Africans when, as far as the issue of South African Zimbabwe is concerned. Now we have Ndanda, Zimbabwe. Hey, what's up? I've got Malume from Cape Town. Shout out to you. What's up? How is Cape Town? So, like I said, I'm coming to Cape Town soon for a holiday. So I hope we're going to just say hello. And Hilda, what's up? From the United States of America. Shout out to Hilda. Good to see you. Good to see you, my lady. Good to see you. And we have Marceline from the UK. Hi, Messi. What's up? Rutendo Martinera. Also, hi, Lupius from Cape Town. Come on, Malume. Come on. Come here. We will host you. Yes, I can't wait. Yo, you see, people from Cape Town are so kind. Tom, hi from Gaborone. Yes, shout out to you. We are tired of Zanu PF and Zimbabwean. I know, and I know we are also tired of Zanu PF. I'm tired. Like, I'm so fed up. You know what I mean? We all like sharing the same sentiments. Yeah, every Zimbabwean don't want nothing to do with Zanu PF anymore. That's our Rumbie from Cape Town. Hi, C-Fast. Come on, shout out. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. I'm so excited. Guys, I didn't tell you, Cape Town Park. Hello, Lamek. You are in my hood. You're very close to where I am. Live up, Jaden. Yes, shout out. Hi, that was my wife, Vicky. Hi. So say shout out to Vicky, please. Cape Town. Hi there. Isabel Mashingo. Hi. I'm from Mashingo, remember? Yes. Hi, Isabel. It's good to see you. Good to see you, man. It's good to see everybody. And I'm so excited, guys. So we have almost every Zimbabwe here. Eden, Owen, yeah, you and me, we should go for coffee one day. Owen, you're in my hood. Hi, the Binon, guys. I'm going to organize a job back as well. Oh my God, you mean Zimbabwe on social media? Yes. Okay. Greetings, Ruby. You look late. Okay. Thank you very much, Joshua. All right. Well done, Governor Johannesburg. Grace, Devon. Grace, shout out. How is Devon? Are you safe? Because I saw there was quite a number, some floods that took away some cars there. Hi there, Atlanta. Shout out to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you, man. So I'm drinking iced tea here. Iced tea. And yeah, today's Friday. So when I come back around 6:30, you guys can bring your drinks because I know it's Friday. For those that drink, I don't drink. So Clive London. Hi, man. Come on. Hi, Clive. How is London? I hope you're doing well then. Very safe, thanks to Grace. Okay, Banda, yes. Then Charles, hi. Oh, thank you very much, Charles. Condi from UK. Hi, Condi. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Then we have Connie from Pretoria. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, guys. So good to see you. Good to hang out with you. Really, I've had fun, and I can't wait to see you around 6:30. Come back. We're going to have a great time. A lot of bombshell that's going to come out. Yesterday, when Igbo Mandas, he did his presentation at Wits University, a bomb. Yo, guys, I was crying this morning, and I can't wait to share with you those stories. So, guys, I'll see you later. I love you so much. May God bless you, and may God bless Zimbabwe. Hi, Radi from West Midlands in the UK. Shout out to you. Guys, I can't wait to see you later. I love you so much, and may God bless you, and may God bless Zimbabwe. Bless you all. I love you deeply. I do. Bless you all. Thank you.